Can you actually do everything yourself as an entrepreneur? What a stupid question. Of course you can. But, hey, it's different to Colin, and this is my thoughts season 2. So let me start by taking you back to the days when I was a solopreneur. Well, technically I had never really worked totally alone at all because my wife was partnering me in the business in the early years. But when we first started, we really did everything ourselves in entrepreneurship, from the website design to the social media account management, copywriting, ad campaigns, prospecting, sales, account management, company finances, even the creative work like logo design, landing page design, even photography and videos. Everything were done by either my wife or me. So after around 3 years, my wife and I decided enough is enough. We knew we couldn't cope anymore. Yes, our profit margin was nearly 100% when we are working for ourselves, but we had no time at all. There's really no way we can grow. So we did what most solopreneurs out there do. We collaborated. So we got people who are good in other fields, hopefully better than us, to do aspects of work that I hated to do. But instead of paying them, we did profit sharing. Now, if you have watched a previous episode of my Thoughts Season 1 of my team here at Learns Marketing, you would have known what was about to happen. So go watch that episode later. Anyway, the profit sharing partnerships either die or went sour. So either one party was not doing enough for what he's paid, or he thinks that he's not paid enough. So that's why we eventually went into the more traditional employment model. So from 1 staff in 2017, today Learns Marketing is a team of 12. So what's the point to this video? Now, as I stated at the start, we entrepreneurs can actually do everything ourselves. But like I said then, there's a but, and it's a big one. So more on that later. First, let me share why solopreneurs do everything themselves. Well, the reason is quite simple. Like in our case in the early years, it's about the protection of income. We do everything ourselves, we get 100% of the income. There's a problem with this model though. In fact, there are 3 obstacles. So the fundamental issue for solopreneurs is that they get paid when they work. If they don't, the income stops. And something that's more serious than this is, at which point can a solopreneur earn beyond his maximum income when he has literally no more time to exchange for money anymore? Increase his price? Well, he can, but the majority of the market for solopreneurs' work are price sensitive. For example, at Fiverr, how many solopreneurs dare to charge at the absolute highest? Well, take it from me that the majority are racing to the bottom in terms of their price. So this is obstacle number 1. Time equals money. And because every solopreneur has the same amount of time year after year, most solopreneurs won't be able to earn more than when they gain more experience. So obstacle number 2, outsourcing is risky. So like my wife and I, many solopreneurs will begin to partner other solopreneurs or outsource gigs, or at least part of their gigs. Obviously, their cut of their income decreases significantly, but most of them will reason, it's better than nothing, right? Well, I have a different take to this. I see customers buying a service or a product from a solopreneur for 2 main reasons. Now, the first one, I've covered it. It's price. The cheaper the price, the more likely the solopreneur will attract customers. But on the other hand, customers also approach solopreneurs for them. Because Aaron, the SEO specialist, is good in getting sites ranked fast, or Sam, the content writer, is good in generating content fast. They get a lot of business. So people go to them for them. But when they start to outsource even part of their work to other people, quality change, style change, performance change. Now, it's very difficult to get another person to rank like Aaron or write like Sam, and after a while, right, they will lose those customers who go to them for them. And outsourcing is also risky for those who charge cheap. How much more of a profit margin will they get? But this third issue is the most critical one that breaks almost every solopreneur if it happens. So obstacle number 3, health is wealth. Literally so, when a solopreneur stops working because he is sick, his income stops. And unlike most employees who can still be paid when they apply for sick leave or even become hospitalized, for a few weeks, even months, solopreneurs need their hands, their mouth, their eyes, and their minds to continue functioning to make money. So those people who kept saying that health is the most important thing in the world, aside from inferring about mortality, they probably are reminding the solopreneurs on that point. But what about business owners and entrepreneurs? Aren't health important? Well, of course, but technically, if their business is done right, their physical health in the business shouldn't be too much of an obstacle at all. That's because the job of an entrepreneur is to create jobs in his business so that he will be out of that job. A business owner needs to be on the business, not in it. And when this happens, meaning the business can run on its own, even when the entrepreneur is sick or when the business owner is hospitalized for a few weeks or months, the income flow will not stop. And so this is the big but that I'm referring to at the start of this video. Yes, you can actually do everything yourself, but if you want a guaranteed way to keep the income flowing, you won't have any other way, at least in business, than to actually get other people to help you with your work. So here's my preaching to you, my friend. If you want to fire your boss to go into business, it's okay to do everything yourself, but only at the start. At some point, you need to quit being a solopreneur and become an entrepreneur so that you can ensure income to continue to flow even in your absence. So what do you think of this episode? And on the bigger picture, what do you think of this whole series? Well, I remember I started this series by stating that what I said will be no holds barred, uncensored, and unfiltered. I think I stayed true to my word. And along the way, I think perhaps I might have offended some people. But I guess it's okay, because I think you will find the most value when you hear the real truth, the real dark truths about entrepreneurship from my mouth. So let me know what you think, okay? And if you like this series a lot, perhaps you can encourage me to come out with My Thoughts Season 3. But honestly, I think I still have a lot of industry-specific beans to spill. Like these topics down here. Are they property consultants or cons? Does a $1 million round table title actually matter? How come there are so many number ones around? Are you really a business owner as a network marketer? How much fluff is there on social media? And more. Now, these are the real truths that I got to experience firsthand after I became an entrepreneur and speaking to hundreds of other people and even helping many of them along the way. In any case, do stay subscribed and get notification from us for the next series of videos. Do give this video a like too, okay? So until the next series, I'm Differenter Colin. Why be different when you can be differenter? I'll see you around.